Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Fai, and I'm actually going to be taking apart this. It is the Universal Audio UAD2 Satellite Duo. It's a FireWire version. You can see the FireWire ports on here. So you got the FireWire 400 and the two FireWire 800 ports on here. It came out back in January of 2011, and this thing has been working faithfully, rock solid, forever. All the way up until when macOS Ventura came out. macOS Ventura came out, and Apple did the unthinkable, which they removed support for FireWire audio. So it broke a lot of devices, including this unit right here. So my understanding is that they still work under the under Windows. If you're a Windows user, I was a Windows guy for a long time, and I fought, the urge to move over to Mac. But then when I did, I just didn't look back. I loved it, and but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole of which one is better, Windows or Mac. I just know for me, I like the Mac. So what I'm curious to find out is what's inside the UAD2 that allows it to communicate over FireWire. Is it like a single integrated board that has everything that it needs? Or is it separate components that allows it to communicate over FireWire? So let's go ahead and take it apart and see what we got. Okay, so now that we have this disassembled, this is the board right here. Okay, so on this board here, what you're going to see is you're going to see two of the Shark processors, which are by Analog Devices. Okay, so you got your two Shark processors along with memory. So these two chips right here is memory. This is an Amtel microprocessor, so this is kind of like the CPU. This big guy right here is actually the FPGA, so it's a field programmable gate array. So I'm thinking that this is probably where your firmware is written to. So your firmware is written to this. This is your the onboard processor that actually kind of controls and manages everything, and it routes whatever signals and everything back and forth to the Sharks, and then it also goes out through the FireWire. This processor here, this chip here, actually manages your FireWire. So that's pretty much it. Now, what I'm really curious to know is this header. I'm curious to know what this header is. So if anybody has any kind of experience with these devices, especially if you work at UAD, that would be great if you can kind of give us some insight as to, like what can be done with this header. That would be great. I see there's what could be a header for here, but it actually is labeled FPGA debug. So this is some sort of, for debugging process, but this is definitely not something for us to worry about or mess with. But yeah, single board, this is not a, what I was thinking it would be originally, which is like maybe just kind of like some sort of, FireWire adapter with their header for a PCI, so with cards. So then it's just, PCI card slid in here or something like that, or an express card or whatnot. So that's what I was actually kind of hoping for, but that is not the case. This is actually it's a single board with everything on it. So that's the inside of the Universal Audio UAD2 Satellite Duo with the 2 Shark processors. Actually, as I have it open here, you can see these empty slots here, right there, and then right there and right there. That's where, if this was the quad, it would actually have the 2 additional processors and memory in these slots right here. So that's where it would occupy. That would be occupied on this board. So they would utilize the same board. They would just, basically stick on the additional processors and memory, and that's it.